What's going on, it's your boy MCD, aka Young Work Boy, trying to do it Sunday, and I'm kind of tired of 2K. It's it's the 20th. The Pacers just lost, and that's what I want to talk about. 2K is kind of dead, so we're gonna talk. The Pacers are getting swept. I don't believe they get a game. At first I because I bet on them in the last two games because I assumed it was gonna be a split the first two. No, they're gonna get swept. There's no way. Because their offense is so stagnant without Sabonis. And then you have all these other players that bode well off of him, right? But on their own. So my problem with Malcolm Brogdon, right? They gave him all that money. And he didn't step off a cliff, but he's had a very, very down year. And I don't understand. My mic's kind of peaking. Sorry, hold on. I don't understand, were they assuming that Oladipo was going to be not what, because they didn't think Sabonis was going to be what he is. He's an all-star, and that's great, but he's out right now. So my thing is, did they think Oladipo was going to be back to normal? Because if so, that's a fair bet, that he just needed a shooter with him, right? But let me make sure his stats. Let me look at his stats real quick because it's not a huge drop off, but it's like a couple years ago. Was last year, the year before? He was 50, 40, 90. And now, it's not a huge drop off. It's just he's got more touches, and it's what you can assume would. Hold on. So this year he's playing more. He's attempting more. Let's see what he's shooting on the year. Where is... Yeah, it was quite the drop-off. Yeah, last year he was 50, 40, 90. This year he's 44, 30, 44, 33-ish. He's shooting below league average when last year he was a sniper. But that's probably because he's getting passes off of Giannis wide open because Giannis is the primary ball handler. But since Oladipo's been out and he's the primary guy because, well, he's not the primary, but he's the guard. Sabonis will bring it up sometimes, not often, right? So he's oh my goodness, hold on. I was right in what I was thinking. He was injured this year and he missed the final 3 games before this layoff, but he had time to heal. I just maybe he can't find his rhythm. But did they think he was going to be a number 1 option? Or no, I assume they thought he was going to be a 2 or a 3? No, because I don't think they thought Sabonis was going to be what he was. I don't know how I'm going to edit this because there's some parts where I have to think a little bit to see what I think they were thinking. But from what Sabonis showed last year, hold on, right, so from what I looked at, because I'm not showing you guys my screen over here, he's up from 14.1 to 18.5 points, and his assists are up by 2.1, and his total rebounds, everything is up. So I don't know if they thought he was going to take this jump. If they did, then Malcolm Brogdon was going to be a third option, and the only problem is Sabonis injury and that Oladipo didn't come back as good as they thought he was going to come back. That is the only logical thing. But the main point is they're getting swept. There's no way. They're gritty. They're trying, but there's no one to take the weight off. Like TJ Warren, if he is hot, great, but he hasn't been the flamethrower we saw. He scored 50 points, and he's been, what was he averaging in the bubble? 37? Playoff start, and he didn't lay an egg the first game. He didn't lay an egg this game. He did all right. I think he got, 14, 16 points? Let me see. Pacers box. And it's not like the game wasn't close. The game was close, but at the end, when it was there was nothing to hold on to. It was over. Let me see. I just don't know what the move is for them because So in the offseason, do you re-sign Oladipo for the amount of money that he's probably going to want? Will he take a friendlier deal? Because I don't know how I feel about signing him to... Is he going to want the max? Can he get the max? Can he get a super max? Hold on. How long has he played for the Pacers? I don't think there's any way he gets a super max. Unless he shows out in these last few games. Because it's always what you've done for me lately. Like, I don't think it's crazy to think that someone's going to throw some money at Trey Burke this summer. Well, it's not this summer, technically. Well, no, it'll be end of summer, right? No, it'll be fall. Like, I don't think it's crazy to think they'll throw some money at Trey Burke for his performance in playoffs if he keeps it up and in the bubble. But, because was he signed for a minimum? Or did he signed with the Sixers for like 2 something, so maybe not. But I wouldn't doubt that somebody throws him some money to be a 6-man. It's always what you've done for me lately. But I don't know what the Pacers do. Who are the free agents this summer? I don't think there's any huge name free agents, are there? But they're not a super attractive place to go anyways. They're kind of like the Pistons where you kind of have to draft well and make trades, yeah. So, what are they? Are they a small market? I want to say they're a small market. Pacers market size, market type, whatever. What's the market size? Where is it? Are you gonna not show me when that's all I looked up, and I'm getting so many ads and I can't see. Fantastic. Why won't you get off my screen? I want you off my screen. Okay. They are They're not gonna show me. Are they? If I had to guess, are they a smaller market than? Whatever. They're definitely not a big market. So that, like, they're not New York, they're not LA, obviously. They're probably a mid, right? I would think so. But I don't know what you do with this team, because you don't blow it up, obviously. You're in the playoffs, you're like right there in my mind. You're not a contender yet. You're not a contender, and you're definitely not a favorite. Well, again, it depends too, because if Sabonis takes another jump, but he's injured right now. So what if that injury? They're in a tough spot, in my opinion. I have to talk about other people's teams because my team is dead in the water right now. But there's like no set path for them. Like they're not gonna just have someone fall in their lap like Miami did when LeBron came. He just fell into their lap. He was like, "Cool, I'm going there." You know what I mean? They're not gonna have that. No one's going to team up and be like, "Hey, we're going to Indiana." And they're going to be like, "Oh, sick." It's not going to happen. So their next this offseason for them, to me, seems like a really, really big deal. Because what do you do with Oladipo? You don't blow it up, obviously. But it's like, if you don't re-sign Oladipo, what do you do with that cap? Do you wait till next? Are you saying next year is a wash then? Because if you don't sign Oladipo and don't do anything else, you are, at best, in my mind, right about where you are. You could be a little better if Sabonis takes a jump, or a little worse if Oladipo's replacement. Well, he wasn't playing this year, so they got there kind of without him. He wasn't playing great. I don't know. I don't know what to do for the Pacers. Obviously, I have no control because I'm not their general manager or anything in their organization. But I just was upset that I lost some money on them. Because I thought they're getting swept, though. They're getting swept. I don't think there's, like, the end of the game. Like, they were getting out-hustled in the game, too. And that's their thing. They're, like, Miami and them are both, like, gritty teams. They're grinders. And they were getting out-hustled for, like, offensive boards near the end when they still had a shot. And they were like, I guess. Like, I think Tyler Hero got an offensive rebound off a Jimmy Butler brick. Kind of fell into his lap. But it's like he was the Only one in the paint. Besides, I think there was 2 Pacers there. And Tyler Hero is 6'5". I think Miles Turner's down there. How does that happen? Lucky? But like they were also getting like Goran Dragic got a board. How did he get he got his own board, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't know what to do for them. But it's been your boy MCD. I don't want to play 2K anymore. I'll probably play it, post it Monday. And I'm out.